It was the cusp of winter and spring in Ladakh. The landscape was transforming dramatically. I heard a loud noise of a jeep rushing towards us. It was the wildlife warden of Leh. He said, "Do you want to see your first snow leopard?" I've been told by the locals that you can live your whole life here and never see a snow leopard in the wild, or Rishan as the Ladakhis call them. Naturally, I wasn't expecting to see one during my month-long internship in the Trans-Himalayas. Hussain took the driver's seat. Ladakhis call him Hussain because on a full moon night, he turns into a fox. Also because he's been studying Himalayan red fox for several years here. We were headed towards Tabu village. The wildlife department had received a call about a snow leopard that killed a cow that belonged to a family there. The forest guards had arrived and were waiting for the perfect time to dart the leopard with a tranquilizer. We stopped the jeep near the stream and continued on foot. As we arrived closer to the scene, I couldn't believe my eyes as I saw his long furry tail and a pattern of rosettes on his coat that belonged uniquely to him. His eyes were ice grey with a tint of blue. He was trying to escape and he couldn't quite understand why he was unable to move. It reminded me of my first cold night in Ladakh. I struggled to hold a pair of binoculars with what felt like hands made of glass. It had been a year and a half since I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, and in this moment I felt dejected, as I wondered if RA would finally threaten my dreams of a career in wildlife research. But this feeling quickly disappeared as I remembered that I'd undergone 3 ACL surgeries in the past, and despite that I walked on a high line, became a rescue diver, and finished my BSc in zoology on crutches. I had worked hard to get strong enough to pursue my dreams, and I wasn't going to let that change now. After a few days, I walked 15 kilometers during a field survey in Hemis National Park. When we reached the top, the soft rolling mountains that look uninhabited and barren from afar came alive with yellow-billed chaff. I knew it was all worth it. And here I was, about to witness them radio collar and release a snow leopard back into the wild. The family that owned the cow walked towards us. I wondered how they would react. They reminded me of Tamtrus Leh and his kids, Jigmet and Jigmet. He is the caretaker at the housing for the researchers. He is kind, soft-spoken and hard-working, like most Ladakhis I met. Chocho, his little girl, has taken after him. One evening she snuggled up against me while we watched the David Attenborough series Our Planet. Her eyes lit up as she saw worlds much different than hers. I wondered if she would ever grow up to explore flourishing reefs and rainforests. As the family laid their eyes on the snow leopard, they filled with wonder and appreciation instead of anger. They grew up in these mountains, and I arrived a few weeks ago. Yet, we shared this moment of seeing a snow leopard for the first time. Delay. That evening, we radio collared the snow leopard and set out to release him the next morning. I struggled to keep him in my view as he blended seamlessly into the landscape. As he climbed further into the mountains, he turned back to look at us. I wondered what he was thinking. I realized the responsibility I have as a conservationist to work with urgency and accountability. I feel like there's never been a more important time to study ecology and conservation. I look forward to being part of a community in India that works together to conserve biodiversity. I look forward to beating anything more that rheumatoid arthritis might give me. I look forward to hovering over a reef again. I look forward to Chocho growing up and seeing a world like the one she saw in Our Planet.